are a mysterious guest. I'm not going to tell you who yet. You can try to guess who it's going to be, but getting ahead of ourselves, I'd like to say that you guys seem to really like this person based on your feedback. So, what is PayChanger? My vision, what PayChanger is a payment service that unites the two parties, the seller and the buyer. So, with PayChanger, you can pay in cryptocurrency, saving on conversion fees and getting a cashback of 10%. And so that's why PayChanger also gives a unique opportunity to people um, in that sphere where there's more and more users every day. And I mean cryptocurrency because it's not a secret to anybody that on a daily basis, there becomes more and more users of the crypto industry and entrepreneurs that start their businesses. There's people who are looking that way who want to receive payments in cryptocurrency, and PayChanger allows you to do that and allows to make money while doing that. So what's going on at that point when a company gives some sort of tools that can help you make money, right? Thanks to this tool, a lot of you, and not only you, can actually cover their basic needs. Because when you have something that helps you make money, cryptocurrency or any other asset, then you cover your basic needs by doing that. And once you've covered them, then you look onto the world and you start to understand all the opportunities that are there. And now let's talk about what opportunities are there that PayChanger gives to the sellers, the entrepreneurs, and what we have also for the customers. So let's start with the customers. And this is a category that can save money and time without paying conversion fees from crypto to fiat and can quickly pay for all their services. Also, they can get an invoice through the seller's service to pay cryptocurrency. The customers or clients can pay in three networks, BEP20, Tron, and ERC20. If the customer pays with patch tokens, then they get 10% cash back and dollar equivalent from the amount of the purchase in patch tokens. There's an ability to pay different assets, but we prefer the patch token within the app since patch token is our internal asset of an internal token of the whole ecosystem. Everything is based on it, and people can quickly make payments. That's a product that's in demand. As already said, more than 400,000 users are there in cryptocurrency. Some of them and a lot of them use it on a daily basis. And so there are ways of payment being created for them. And customers can use subscriptions and make times two and dollar equivalent and spend it. And that type of staking in the service is called subscription. And how they work, let us talk about that right now. And I'm going to show you with my screen share what these subscriptions actually are and why we talk about them so much at all of our webinars that we're having with you. We always talk about a subscription being completed or where this times two is coming from and what accruals there are. So let's talk about that right now. But before we move on to the subscriptions, I'd like to, today, since we have a giveaway, I'd like to give you a code and tell you that you have to go into our community space bot, hit menu, select code 1, and input the following combination of digits. And the combination for today is 237813. I'm going to be doing that together with you. So I go into my Telegram, I open PayChanger, I go into community space, hit the menu, code 1, and input the first code. It says I hit 237813. Now we've got 237,813. Two three seven eight one three. All right, so team, says no event when you put that code in. All right, I got the same message. So, dear team of community messengers, please give me a comment in the chat. I'm going to coordinate with all the partners now. So, what I want to say in moments like that, let me close this code. What I want to tell you is, first of all, that we are a very unified community and we treat this sort of thing with understanding. And secondly, we're going to solve this technical issue as soon as possible. And we're going to give you a code a bit later. And let's move on to the subscriptions. And once I get a comment on that, I will let you know as soon as I can. So let's move on to the subscriptions, okay? Well, what is a pay changer subscription? Let's just talk about what subscriptions are overall. I'm sure that we all have a subscription of a kind, whatever we use a certain service, we pay some money to have an expanded functionality of that service. And there are usually quite a few of these services. Everybody has a different amount that they use. PayChanger also has an amount. It's kind of like staking, but let me explain to you how all of that works. Well, here it's called subscription. I mean, you can call it whatever you want, but the point is that once you purchase a certain subscription, and we have 4 of them from $100 to $2,500, you participate in the sharing of profits of the company, and thus you can make ×2 in dollar equivalent. So if you bought a $2,500 subscription, you can earn $5,000 in patch tokens, but that is all tied to a dollar equivalent. So you'll be receiving tokens until you reach ×2 in dollar equivalent. So once again, we wanted to do the giveaway, but because of the technical problem, we're going to delay this a little bit, but you can pay for up to 30% of the subscription in patch bonus dollars, which a lot of you have already received. By the way, please type into the chat. Let me ask you this question. Have you used patch bonus dollars already to pay for subscriptions? Or let me ask this differently. What number of patch bonus dollars have you already used to pay for subscriptions? So please type that into the chat. And I think it's going to be interesting for all the partners to see what amount of bonus dollars you've already used in order to buy a certain subscription. So how does this whole thing work? You purchase patch tokens. We're already listed on PancakeSwap. You can already buy patch tokens. So let's say you buy $2,500 worth, then you pay for a subscription, you get the platinum subscription, and you start getting accruals. The accruals are from the profits of the company, from the issuance of tokens, that's 16.67% per month, and from the exchange rate growth of the token. And then you make ×2, so $5,000. Once you reach that, your subscription is completed, it's stopped. And then we can see by the blockchain and by the teams that people who complete their subscription, they come back to step 1 and repurchase the subscription. And maybe not even one, they buy several, because every subscription eventually gives you ×2 in dollar equivalent. And we already have people, I can even tell you, already we have people whose subscriptions have completed. So how are these subscriptions formed? How do they get that money to them? So 40% of all the sales from the platform, that's what these subscriptions use. So that comes from sales of subscriptions on PayChanger. from fees of the Market Navigator and selling advertising. And every day we're expanding that functionality that we're talking about. So right now, let's talk about how these accruals take place. So please look attentively on the screen at the left part of it. And on the example of these numbers that we have there, how are these subscription pools formed? So to the left, right, the sales of subscriptions. As we know, the subscriptions are formed in part by sales of other subscriptions, also from advertising and Market Navigator. So let's imagine that 200 people bought Start to the amount of $20,000. Standard was bought by 70 people, $35,000 total. 40 people bought Gold, that's 40,000, and Platinum was bought by 20 people, that's $50,000. If you add advertising to that and Market Navigator, 10,000 and 25,000, you get 160,000 in a day. 40% of that is $64,000, and that is what is divided equally into 4 subscription pools: the Start pool, Standard pool, Gold, and Platinum. Since those participants that have Platinum subscriptions, they participate in the allocation from all the pools. Those who bought Start, they only get the money from their pool. Now, let's imagine a simple example. For instance, you buy a subscription of $2,500, 40% of that is $1,000. The $1,000 is also divided equally into 4 pools. And depending on what number of people has a certain subscription, that's how the allocations work. So for instance, if in Platinum you only have 5 people who own that, then this $250 was divided into 5 people. The Gold, if we have, I don't know, 20 people who bought Gold, then it's divided into 25 people. If you have Start, you only participate in sharing the profit of those who bought Start. But if you bought Platinum, you get the money from all the pools: Gold, Standard, and Start. So you can see already in your personal account the accruals, and that of course is great. The purchases are there, the subscriptions are working, and we're already seeing how it works. It's actually pretty awesome. So let's come back to the advantages that the sellers get when they are in the PayChanger platform. So the sellers are those who still aren't receiving payments in cryptocurrency, and now with PayChanger, they can say that they are receiving payments in cryptocurrency, and the service also helps train users to use cryptocurrency and wallets, and the service provides customer support. That way, the sellers get an opportunity to take the crypto market where there's a loyal paying audience and you don't have to convert money to cards. The customers are more willing to spend and they don't have to do bigger discounts now, and they can actually make their deal more attractive because the service gives cash back for purchases. And by the way, Patch token is deflationary in its nature. It's limited in the market, and 10% cashback is given because the customer chose that specific seller on this specific platform. Also, the sellers can receive payments not only using Patch tokens as crypto acquiring, they can also issue invoices and take payments in other crypto networks. If the payment is made not in Patch tokens, but others, is still good for the sellers, but they don't get the cash back in Patch token. So anyway, the seller and the customer have a choice of what asset they want to use to pay. Still, it's possible, and it's going to be interesting. So in a couple of words, for the customer, why it's good to use PayChanger, because every time they pay for some product or service, they get 10% cash back. And for the sellers, it's good because firstly, they expand their customer base by expanding the number of advertisements they can give, and they are in the pay changer community, which is growing fast. And the pay changer community is a paying audience and it's loyal to the crypto industry. And no matter what you do, whether you sell courses or you have a traditional business, pay changer will still be a useful tool for you. And it's a ready-made solution, which it's not about the future, right? Cryptocurrency is already part of our lives, and here and now, you need solutions. And PayChanger actually helps buyers and sellers make it to the crypto industry and make payments easy, simple, because we're already used to many electronic payments. And I won't be surprised if in a certain while we'll be coming up to a store and next to MasterCard, Visa, and PayPal, you will have the PayChanger emblem and we'll be able to pay like that and expand our community. All right, then, guys, let's see. As far as I know, we need to input the code once again. Input the code again. And let's try to input the numbers again. So let's come back to the code. And I think it's time to invite the guests to this event here. So code 1. I'm going to put it on the screen. So screen share. So 237813. Go into our community space. We hit code 1, 237813. If your code is accepted just like mine, then please type in the chat so we know we figured it out. 237813. 237813. All right, so the code is accepted, and I'm sure that in the chat, you type the code in the chat, and 237813, that's the code. Okay, we've got the code, so you'll be able to look at it. So I'm going to turn it off here, and I want to invite here now a person who is doing a lot of useful stuff for our community, helps solve all the possible issues. Andre, are you with us? I'd like to present to you our community manager, Andre, the person, yes, hi everyone, was always there to charge us with positive energy. So could you tell us, Andre, is there any news that you would want to share with our community? Sure, we have more and more news every day, and listening to you, I already realized additionally what number of people I can invite to use this product. So actually right now we're at a stage where the community that especially is there with us from pre-sale or from private sale round, people are already testing, seeing how it all works. And we're seeing the first results, actually, the awesome results. And today, we've initiated with the team to do this meeting more live with real cases so that people could tell us themselves about how you invite people, what results people already have, and how people plan to keep growing with PayChanger. And for me, I'd like to tell you that there is some interesting news. I know, for instance, that the team is working right now on us being on CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap, in verification and DX tool, so that kind of the crypto community sees us more and we're more visible and closer to those who love cryptocurrency just like us. And I know the hot news that we just got a half an hour ago is that there's integration going on of Art Token with the CVL wallet. And that was announced actually during the pre-sale as well. So what was planned, right? What was announced is all kind of smoothing out, and some of it is happening even faster. And in some cases, it's according to the schedule that we had planned. So I know that next week also possibly there will be news about the exchange. So we want it for people to be easier to buy USDT and go into the market and use our product. And just overall, the picture is becoming more clear now about how our service can help people increase their income and create a basic income for themselves. Because right now, the most relevant that is there out there in the world is always going to be at least earning enough money to cover their basic needs, right? And what the payment service is working on, that can do that for you. And we'll talk about that. We'll be convinced of that. And the point of our meeting today is how to create a basic income. I think everyone will be able to build up their own strategy for doing that. So have I answered your question, John? Yes, of course. We always like news, and I like how you tell us about the news, and then you kind of also hint at some future news. So please continue. Yes, what else I have in my notes is that we right now in our personal account are working on a functionality of launching a demo subscription. That's the product that will help people that are kind of on the fence about the product, that are wanting to calculate the lost profit that they incur by not joining in. So it's kind of like I go to the store and I want to try something on. When I try it on, I understand whether I want to buy it or not. That's actually a really cool function that will help us move faster. Also, we're working on the merchants section, and we'll have the first transaction amongst our audience and our community. And the launch of that is planned to the end of this month, early June, possibly. Also, marketing campaigns with YouTube bloggers, Telegram media, foreign media. We're also doing negotiations on how to make all that smooth so that you have this smooth format of entering the crypto market. And of course, the mobile app is in the stage of moderation. We already heard about that. It's getting closer to the launch now, and quite a bit of other news that I'm sure our community already knows about. Now, I guess let's look at first, I'd like to share my personal account. So 1 week ago, we did a webinar with Nikita, our CTO. If you were there, please give us some feedback. And if you were there, we were trying to buy a subscription live. I just like to show you my personal account, what's changed in 1 week, how much I was able to make. But that is my specific situation in my format. So you were there, right? So are you curious to see what's happened in 1 week and what the result is? I'm saying that people are saying yes. Okay, let's take a look together. You can see my screen, right? Great. So first I'm going to show my feedback and then we'll go to the guests. So I already have here how much I've already earned in my subscription. I have 5. I bought the 5th one live 1 week ago, and 13th of May. How much was that? 12 days, right? What we're seeing here is what I've already claimed, and what I had in total is $1,747 that I made. That was when we went live, that was 1,053. So I claimed a couple of days ago, but I'm going to do a claim now and we'll see the total that we have here. And I just wanted to show you this section here and kind of explain to you a little bit for you if you haven't figured it out. So the total from pools is the overall number of tokens that I ever got earnings, right? And it's what John was just showing and telling you about. That's the total amount. Out of that, 1,279 is what I accrued from subscriptions, what I still haven't claimed. And if I hit claim right now, this will be 387 tokens out of the 1,279 I can claim right now. If I wait another 3 hours, so at 10 p.m. Berlin time, this amount, it can increase, right? In 3 hours, somebody else can buy, and I can get to my subscriptions, the tokens from the subscription pool. So let's model a situation. If at 10 p.m. this amount stays the same, it goes into here, available for claimant. At 10 p.m., I can claim all the 1,279 tokens. Now, if, for example, this will be tomorrow morning, I don't know, these tokens will be here. In the morning, I see 1,500 here. Like, see, there's a difference. So that difference, right, is what I received in less than a day from the sales of the service. And this is that staking that we're talking about. So staking can be separated into two parts. The first staking is fixed. It's 16.67% of the number of tokens that I use to buy the subscription. And there's the other staking, the money you get from the profits of the service, and that is different. So the fixed one is accrued weekly, the 16.67%, but the other profit is accrued just once there's a transaction, once there's a sale. So that's the situation. So let's see, let's count 1,279 minus 387. In my situation, all right, that amount can be different for you. So 1,279 minus 387, that is 892 tokens that I received. And multiply that by 0.055, that's $50. So $50 in a day, I have subscriptions of worth of $5,100 that I bought. So that's really cool. You don't need to invent or trade anything to get that money. It all works in a smart contract. And live, let me claim that right now so everybody sees. And we see our week's result. I'd like to add that doesn't matter if you buy a subscription in Africa or Indonesia or any other team, whatever, there's still an accrual taking place in these pools that I was showing you in the slides. So it's really great when some team is working faster. It doesn't matter, the accruals still take place wherever you are in the world. So did it work? Yeah, see, I have 892. That's the part that after 10 p.m. will be available. So it will be available in a few hours. So let's look at these subscriptions now. So $1,769, right? Total profit. So the first time we were talking, that wasn't in a week's time. It was yeah, almost for a week's time. That was $1,050, and now $1,769. So this week it was $700. So it can vary. There's no fixed guaranteed payment, right? It can be 300, 500, 100, 1,000, 2,000 in a week. But I already know that there are those people who got ×2 on their subscriptions. I have a lot of subscriptions, so I'm going to switch off my screen sharing. We have more guests here, and some of our people had problems connecting as a speaker, but I'm seeing 5 guests. So the first person that we're going to give the floor to is, I'm seeing here, Anna Laba. So Anna Laba, if you can hear us, I'm right here. Yes, good day. So could you tell, please, all of our guests, right? Have we prepared this preliminarily? Tell us how it was. It was actually a surprise. I didn't know I was going to be a speaker just in half an hour before. He said, Anna, can you help us out? We need a speaker. Can you tell us your story? So everything will be ad hoc. It's all ad hoc, and that's actually a good thing because one of our speakers who was planning to couldn't join us for some technical reason. So in that way, it's not scripted. It's all open and it's all the way it is. So what can you say about the service, right? What do you like? Why are you with us? And what is your story and what is your result? Well, I joined at pre-sale. I found out in January about PayChanger thanks to a good person that invited me to this project. I bought a bit of tokens at pre-sale for me. Now, just like everybody, I'm figuring out the platform, the personal accounts, buying subscriptions. When I found out the idea of PayChanger and what I liked was that this was a cryptocurrency payment service that unites the sellers and the buyers, kind of like a crypto acquiring. It's the same like bank acquiring, but in cryptocurrency. But it's beneficial for the sellers and the buyers. So you have the two parties getting advantages. Since I am a dietologist, nutritionist, so I'm kind of a person who doesn't do cryptocurrency, just I do kind of a regular job. So I figured out for myself that you can let the world know about you. So it's kind of an idea that when you do something, you have your business, you're an entrepreneur, and you have a restaurant, hotel, cafe, whatever. Thanks to PayChanger, you can advertise your business, what you do, and the whole world will know about you because PayChanger is an international system. And that became interesting for me. I'm in cryptocurrency since August of last year, so not even a year. And it feels a little complicated, right? For people who don't know how to create a crypto wallet, I was like that too. There's you push buttons, there's gases and things you don't understand. So it was all a first time for me. And because it's such a strong team and people just explain everything in very much detail. So it's gonna work out. So can I ask you a question? If I understand correctly, you're planning to sell your services of as a dietologist, as a nutritionist, and for patch tokens, people can buy your consultations or a marathon or something. That's right. So, friends, everybody who needs that, Anna Laba, yeah, I just became a specialist with a diploma. I'm expecting my diploma to come in from Prague, Czech Republic. It's international, so I can do it around the world. For me, PayChanger is a discovery. It's something new, and something new is always scary for people because you don't know where you're going. Many people say, I don't need that. I'm not interested in that. I see a lot of questions, you know, when people are offering it to their friends, entrepreneurs have a business. And people say, hey, I'm from Russia, and in Russia, this kind of business is seen, like we don't have cryptocurrency. I mean, it's there, but at the same time, it's not regulated. People are afraid of it. So their businesses they don't want to bring into it. So it's always cool to be a pioneer of doing something and you can show something on your example. That is also something I'm contemplating for myself because when you're first one, people follow you. So those who come into PayChanger now, it's all starting and one payment can change it all. And one more question, right? We have more guests also. Have you already earned something? Have you won something? Maybe some bonuses? Because I know for sure I heard your name in our webinars. So did you receive those winnings? Was it all fair and square? And how much do you have in your subscription? How much have you earned? Well, see, from 13th of May, I bought 2 subscriptions, but one got connected, and the other one got lost when we figured out the technicalities. So the second one was 17th of May. So the subscription paid for itself already. The $100 that I invested already, I got returned. Now I'm going to earn the ×2 from it. The second subscription has started working, and I also bought a third subscription. I'll share a video on YouTube of how I did that live. I was recording it. So I was buying the subscription. In terms of the winnings, I try to go all the presentations in my team, which is starting to grow now. I very actively use the bot. I have a lot of different social networks because I advertise myself. So I've got Instagram, Facebook, everything. So I'm seeding right now. I understand that people will be responding to that because there's interest even amongst my kind of regular, well, you could say, people that are watching me. I mean, if they're watching me sooner or later, they'll be here. In terms of the winnings, I won 0.3 BNB once that gave me an opportunity to buy a ticket when we had the big giveaway of 1 Bitcoin and 15 prizes. Unfortunately, I wasn't the one to win the Bitcoin, but it's okay. I am lucky because I'm here. 0.3 BNB is also money. Yeah, but I won 20 patch bonus dollars, then I won 50, which is helping me buy the subscription not at $100, but 30%. I pay 30% in patch bonus dollars, and 70 I pay in actual money. All right, well, thank you very much for your review. This is a real customer testimonial, so expecting your video review on YouTube will be liking and supporting you. Thank you. All right, well, now those who liked Anna's testimonial, you can give your feedback. I think that will definitely be a support for her. We also have Bojana. So Bojana, that's my partner. That's who I invited into the project. But also it's a woman who already has her result and she can tell us about her results with PayChanger. So Bojana, can you share your story? How did you come to PayChanger? Why do you need this project? How do you see it in the future? And what is your result in your subscriptions now? Hi, everybody. Very happy to see and hear you. Hopefully you can hear me well because Andre called me 15 minutes before that. I'm actually on the seaside. I am at a cafe right now and learning new information, had a little something to drink. So I'm on this local Wi-Fi. I don't know if you can hear me. So I'm saying hello to you from the sunny Alanya. There's no sun anymore. It's the evening now. So in terms of PayChanger, I can tell you, why I was interested in this service is because of the community. Because the most valuable thing right now is the people. It's a community when everybody's on the same page and on the same wave and supporting each other and learning something new. And also thanks to the tokens, that you'll be able to use to pay everywhere. I'm all for that. I understand that it's the future. I've been in cryptocurrency about 3 years. And what interested me is because I'm a real estate agent. I sell real estate in Georgia, Turkey, and also Bali soon. I'll be able to sell there and present projects to you. And I was interested in the fact that, people come to me, clients already in Turkey that pay cryptocurrency to me. They send me money to my MetaMask in USDT, and they'll be able to do that using our system soon using PayChanger. They'll be sending tokens to me. I'm ready to get payments and tokens for my services and help people. We have a lot of good cafes and restaurants here that we can also connect. I heard the news today that you'll be able to connect merchants too. So different gas stations and restaurants and shops where you'll be able to pay using patch tokens. And I have a friend right next to me who's also listening to us in her headphones. She's listening to this information, and she, as a specialist, also told her that you can sell your services, you can travel and just live. Great. What kind of subscription do you have, and what is your result over these 2 weeks? The incomplete 2 weeks. I bought tokens at pre-sale second round at 0.25 cents. 0.0, yes, 0.025. Then I bought a subscription. My subscription is $500. It already completed. I even claimed $190. So just a couple of days ago, I made a screenshot. It was what, 30%, right? So it's 30% completed. Also, tokens are being claimed very easily. I really like it. I withdrew it, went shopping. Everything is working fine. By the way, I won 20 patch bonus dollars once. My team won a subscription of $100. I have Natalie, the lucky girl who won 3 times. So our service is actually giving out bonuses and gifts and helping people become happier and more rich. Right. Thank you very much, Bojana, for your energy and passing it on to the next guest. Now, who likes this format of feedback? Please provide your feedback. And if you have something to say, something to share, please join. And this minute of fame, right, we'll try to give it to everybody who wants to say something, because the best advertising is when the users actually say it. So not in theory, like we see it on the slides, but from those that actually use the product. So John, how do you like our 2 guests? We have another 2. How do you like this format? I really like it. The more people you have online, the more we kind of bolster this energy, and you can feel it. I like that Bojana is expanding to Bali because I'm here at Bali, and because there's a big Indonesian structure of PayChanger, right? And we were talking all day to Andre about that PayChanger is not just a way of making money, it's also a service that unites really and gives an opportunity to people to sell their goods and services. So Anna and Bojana were both saying that they'll take cryptocurrency with pleasure. And there's a lot of entrepreneurs here who don't speak Indonesian. So that means I can walk around the Indonesian structure and I can connect the English speaking and Russian speaking people. And that's really cool too. Well, since we're talking about Bali, what is it? How is it right to say Bali or Bali? I think I heard Bali was right. You can say Bali in the morning and Bali in the evening. It doesn't really matter. As far as I understand, I have to learn Indonesian, right? So we can compete. All right, since we're talking about Bali, right? Well, Pajana, you started, and I'm going to tell you where we want to do our crypto meetup. That will be the PayChanger meeting, and that is for those entrepreneurs and crypto enthusiasts who are ready to pay and receive payments in crypto. currency, and that will be Bali, right? We'll be having the meetup in Bali. Preliminarily, that's planned for August 10th. So announcing this promo today, and in the social networks or chats in the bot, Twitter, there will be news about that. So materials are being prepared. So what do you need to do to be there at that event? Now, before I voice that, I'll ask our community who likes this idea, of getting all together, like 150, 200 people just get together and exchange experience, kind of charge each other with energy, feel that energy and feel that wave and learn, right? And in Bali, can I say I can hold myself? So I really like meetups like that because you can meet new people. And it's a great exchange, a language exchange, so you can speak different languages, learn some new words. That's really cool. That's what I like most of all. I really like traveling, and PayChanger actually gives us that opportunity too, because earning in tokens, you can pay for everything with them. You can be everywhere and have fun. And for me, I can say that when it was a choice to go Dubai or Bali, I was voting Bali. I said, I really want to go there. I want to go to this wonderful Bali. I think everybody remembers that joke. And I'm already ready to do the promo because I really hope that I did my 30% and I'm keeping on working because I want to go there. And I'll be happy to see everyone here and hoping to meet you in Bali. I can already imagine what kind of meetup we are going to have there. If we have ladies like that, it's going to be hot. So just, okay, 35,000 volume turnover of sales. That's the condition. That's what you need to do to be there at that meeting. And that meetup, that can be you, that can be your partner that is under you, or 3 partners. So this can be your personal purchases and those purchases that are made by your first line. So starting 25th of May by 25th through 25th of July, the 2 months, and those who were there with us from pre-sale, what you did with the pre-sale stage. So those who are happy about this news, please give us your feedback and we'll be moving on. So our next guest is a girl who actually, when we talked to her today, she really made my day so much. And I'm going to translate her since she doesn't speak Russian. And I'll be translating what she's saying. But, some really good energy. I'd like to invite here, Alina. Okay, Alina. She's really nervous about everything working technically because that's kind of her first Zoom public speech. Can you turn your video on, Alina? Will that work? Hi, everyone. Could you tell us, so you understand Russian, right? So you will be speaking Ukrainian. I'll be translating you. All right. So the first question is, how did you join PayChanger? What was the idea? What for you was the moment that you decided to join? And what is your result now? So Alina is saying that she's been there from the very beginning of the project. even before the other girls that spoke before her. She joined earlier than they did. Great. So let me translate that. For those who don't understand, what Alina is saying, that she joined during the private round, her goal was to become a business lady. And for 20 years now, she's been in sales. And the first thing was that attracted you is the ability to be an entrepreneur. All right, well, let me just try to translate that real quick. So Alina is saying that she's really thankful to Alexander, the person who invited her in. And her story is that from the very beginning, she's been watching, you know, she was okay with the fact that things were getting delayed or whatever. She believes everything's going to work. And she sees that. And the amount that she's invested in the beginning already increased tenfold thanks to the partnership program and the token exchange rate growth. All right, so Alina actually, when she first entered with a small amount, but by the end of pre-sale, her trust increased so much that she invested tenfold the amount that she invested in the very beginning. Right. So Alina has been with us from the very beginning, and every purchase, right? She was kind of celebrating somehow. So you sell flowers, you said, right? And I know that when you were telling me your story, right? What inspired me was when you said when you started interacting with the crypto market, you were waiting for 7 years and you because I know your story, right? Just guiding you a little bit because I know you're nervous. You were not able to find like who to start with, right? And I was really impressed when you told me a story today that you found out that 80% of people in your audience are already in cryptocurrency. And even before PayChanger, you started taking cryptocurrency. Is that right or not? Can you correct me? All right, let me translate that. So Alina is saying that 80% of her friends who are already in cryptocurrency or actually her paying audience or customers. Even before the pre-sale, her friend came to her and said, here's $5,000, help me figure it out, right? And maybe it's not a good idea to do that usually, but I guess that person really trusted you. And you, because you manage their account, you said that 50% of the profit you'll be getting. Okay, that's a good alternative, I guess. It's at the risk of every user if you want to do that. But, another final question since you're an entrepreneur. So for your products that you sell, you'll be receiving cryptocurrency as payment. So a life hack from Alina. So you made $64 in one day in tokens. So I'm not going to claim today. I'll claim the tokens tomorrow. And I think my subscription will be 90% complete. All right, let me kind of summarize a little bit because I mean, I can listen to you forever. And I was listening to you for like 40 minutes today. You're a very positive person, but let me summarize. So Alina is saying that she's a user herself, very active consumer of subscriptions, already has 8 subscriptions in a day. You made $64, right? But you still haven't claimed it. And tomorrow's vesting. Tomorrow you'll be getting the results that you made over this period of time, and you'll be increasing the number of your subscriptions too. So that was kind of your message. And in terms of the risks, right? So you're an entrepreneur. I heard your story that you sell in large volume, right? And I may not understand all the terminology, but I understand what you're saying. You know business, right? You know how to make money. So for the risk, right? How do entrepreneurs enter this business? So can you sell? What can you tell us about the risks? So you sell vegetables, is that right? Yeah, I do a lot of things, but so it's a seasonal thing. Today, the tomatoes from Poland came in, right? The vegetables. So you received a goods of $30,000. Have you seen the video and the photo? No, I haven't, but there was something wrong with it. No, it wasn't anything wrong, but it was okay. But there was a pallet of tomatoes, 800 kilograms, just smashed. So you got the product and it was what? So they installed a pallet wrong, but you know, and I sent you a video, right? So I was inputting the code not in the Telegram chat, but in the chat of Zoom. So, I haven't figured it out. So Alina has 78 people in her team, and your total turnover is, as of today, the turnover is $9,100. And 9,800 is what you expect to earn from all your subscriptions. So summarizing, right? The entrepreneurs, they understand what risk is. We don't have to tell them about that. And you can easily call entrepreneurs to join. They can buy subscriptions they can have a community that will be spending money to buy their goods and services. Yeah, just summarizing what Alina said. And Alina gave her example. So she does business, big wholesale. She got product today. It was ruined. And this is risks that she has to pay for herself. So thank you, Alina. And thanks a lot. I'd like to thank my mentor, and I'd like to thank Sergey Moskalenko, the CEO of PayChanger. So big thanks to him. I didn't know which buttons to push and things. He was helping me until midnight, until late. Great. So Alina thanked her mentor, Sergey, and said that Sergey, as the CEO, is a like-minded person to her and is a person that did a large-scale project, not only for money, but also to make something bigger than himself for all the people. And she thanked all the managers in Katerina. And Katerina, big thanks to you, who's always online, or she's always transferring something over to technical department when something's wrong. So we'll be moving on to our next guest. Thank you, Alina. I wish a great career to you and see you in Bali. I'm sure it's going to be hot, and I know we're going to have a great team there. So the next guest is Bogdan. That's also a person who has great experience. Bogdan, if you're with us, can you please turn on your sound and video? And just very briefly, right? We have a time constraint already. So same question, what it inspired you with the project? So you turned on your mic, but you haven't turned on your video. So what's going on now and what can you tell us about your results? Because I know you have some really good results. Can you hear me? We can hear you, but can't see you. It says you cannot turn on your video because the organizer blocked that. I'm gonna make you the co-host now. You can, sorry, you can turn it on. All right, great. So tell us. So I'll try to be brief, right? Because we are already having 9 o'clock in the Ukraine, and the cafe is about to close. That's one. And two, we're already running out of time. And three, because all the three girls that just spoke really inspired me as well. Alina really blew it up. The Ukrainian language, I already know how to speak Ukrainian because I've lived there. Has any of your subscriptions already did times 2? See, yeah, very briefly, I got to know the project, I don't know, maybe like 3 months ago. It's what, May, April, or March, right? I think March maybe, or end of February. But the coolest thing is that me and my sponsor were sitting at this table, and she was telling me, Ludmila, about PayChanger and how we treat people. If I mean, Ludmila for 20 years was the coolest leader in Ukraine for Oriflame direct sales. Then so a girl, right? The leader of Oriflame with, I don't know, lipstick and lashes is telling me about cryptocurrency, some project or something, when I was buying the first cryptocurrency in 2014. I've been in investments since 2009. I was selling investments, and I'm a participant of different funds in mutual funds since 2005. And, she was like an Oriflame leader telling me something. So I was skeptical, and that was it. Then we had a next meeting because Ludmila was very stubborn. And a second meeting, I heard something. I don't remember what, but I thought, okay, this is interesting. So thank you, Ludmila, very much for you not having left me alone in making me join. So she invited her sponsors. They spoke Ukrainian. I kind of understand most of it, but still, it wasn't very easy to understand all of the terminology. But, you know, so you went the whole journey from unacceptance to acceptance. That's what you wanted to say. Yeah, from rejection, even. Yeah, I'm guiding you because we're running out of time. Yeah, so I got into it. I figured it out. I listened. I looked at some videos, looked at the bot. I couldn't figure out the bot. Took me 3 times to do that, and so forth. So it was kind of hard at first because I guess I didn't let it into me. But with every time, I figured it out more and more. And Ludmila insisted that I buy tokens at pre-sale, so I bought it in the second round. At the third round, I was buying the tokens consciously because I already had a team who was buying tokens at the second round. And when the third round launched, I bought tokens at the third round just to show an example to the team that you need to buy tokens at pre-sale. So just when they announced subscriptions, well, almost at the start of subscriptions, I mean, not exactly from the beginning. All right, let's narrow it down a little bit. So you bought a subscription. I bought the first subscription of $100. Then I bought the second one consciously. And I was lucky as well. I was lucky. I started trusting PayChanger even more because you were saying how much money people won. Every time I went to the AMA session and every time I participated in the giveaway, and I personally won 50 bonus dollars at the AMA session. In my team, I have 2 people. One of them won 2 times, one time $70, one time $20, and another one won $20 at this AMA session. And there was also the big giveaway where there was the $15,000 in one Bitcoin. I wanted to participate in it. I did participate. I didn't have a lot of tickets for that giveaway. I only had 5. I know there were people who had like 50 tickets. Some people had 11 tickets. Some people had 18. lottery tickets. I only had 5. There were quite a few participants, a large number. So you won $1,000. I'm trying to help you. 2 tickets out of 5 won $500 each, and the company transferred this money to me. Then the subscription's open, and of course, I bought the subscription for $1,000 immediately. So it's all good things for me with the company, and I'm watching how the people react, whether the company's doing well or not, if I'm going to share it with the other people. So I'm looking at how the company develops, if they live up to all their expectations, if they live up to all their promises that they made. So I'm looking at PayChanger is doing everything. PayChanger is doing everything it's promised. And so I bought some more tokens, then I bought a subscription, and bit by bit, I I like the thing with the bot that you have a referral link there. People are entering through the bot. In my bot, I had 36 people. I have $87 that I earned in the bot. And has any of your subscriptions made it times 2? I have 5 people who bought tokens and bought subscriptions. My first subscription has already completed, the $100 one. It went times 2, yes, already. Just a break now. Let's have a round of applause. We have a live example, and I know there will be more examples like that. And on Saturday, we'll publish the overall results. But Bogdan just said officially one of his subscriptions already went times 2. So my subscription, since I bought it not at the start, but in 2 or 3 days, so it was like day 7 or 8 that my $100 subscription completed. All right, summarizing now, you went the journey from rejecting the project, to you liking it now and liking the bot, and you winning. And you said that what the company promised to deliver it on, and now you're ready to invite your community and create your business. And you have something to boast about. I also have the result that yesterday I bought a subscription last night, and I'm seeing that these subscriptions is the faster you buy it, the faster they complete. But one of the people in my team bought $1,000 subscription, and then I bought $1,000 subscription. So I let the team go ahead of me, and my turnover is about $12,000 already. All right, thank you very much, Bogdan. You are doing a great job. You also charged us with some positive energy. I wanted you to be the guest because I knew your journey, right? Because you're giving recommendations and feedback to motivate the team, the technical team. I also want to say that this cafe that I'm in here is near my house, and the owner of the cafe is also in our project too. And us both, me and her, we're already waiting for the ability to pay so that I can pay for coffee using PayChanger. All right, so thank you very much, guys. For our guests, I guess that's enough because we really stretched out our feedback session, but I hope this format showed you a little bit more about how people see your product, how you can sell it. So these stories we'll be having every Thursday, new ones. So if you have feedback, go ahead. That's it for me. Thank you very much, John. I'm passing it over to you. We do the giveaway, and it's the final. All right. Thanks to everyone who are here today. You actually showed us a piece of yourself. That's really good. So without any summarizing, let's just go over to the second code. Give me, please, the ability to switch it on. Okay, screen share. I'm putting on a second code. Let's go into our community space. Doing it with you. Going into the community space bot. Code 2, all the way down. Scroll all the way down, and you input 237 717. All right, my code is accepted. If your code is also accepted, then let's move on to the actual giveaway. So 1 or 2 minutes more so you could input the code and be a participant. We'll have 5 winners, 20 patch bonus dollars each. I remind you that you can use them to buy a subscription. And what can I say? It's been very energetic meeting you people here. We saw how subscriptions complete. We saw the fire in the eyes of entrepreneurs who see the opportunity in taking payments in cryptocurrency and are now telling other people, sharing this opportunity. That's really cool. PayChanger has no boundaries. It's all over the world. So being anywhere, just like me, I'm in Bali, where you can just invoice them, people will pay it. So there are no boundaries. So 237-717. I'm sure you all figured it out. And we'll be moving on to our giveaway. So team, please help me out with our spreadsheet. Great. So I'm going to open the spreadsheet. I'll show you the number of participants. We'll do 5 numbers in a row. Then we'll come back and then we'll announce the winners. All right, so to make it all honest, make sure that nobody suspects we did anything wrong. I'm going to do the screen share and you'll do the giveaway. All right, so people can see the 2 screens. They can't see my 2 screens? No, you'll be seeing only your screen. I'll be seeing mine. And people will see 2. All right, I see it's 1 to 107. Can you put it on a screen so we can all see it again? And I'll open up the randomizer. I'm not seeing your screen, I only see mine. All right, I already opened it. Okay, 1 to 107. 1 to 107. Okay, no repetitions. So it's one number and then you show, or I do the 5 winners and then we show all 5. Now you do all 5. So just that people can see at the same time there's a spreadsheet. All right, let's go. The first winner is 97. 3, 77, 14, and 104. All right, so I'm stopping it here. And we're going to a spreadsheet. First number is 3. 3. That's Vladislav. Congratulations. The next number is 14. 14, that's right here. Number 14. Nicole Hotovska. She was supposed to be our guest today, but we don't have time anymore. Cool. 77. 77. That's Ekaterina. Hi, Katerina. Maybe I said it wrong, but you can correct me. 97. 78 also, right? No, 98. 97. 97. 77. Right. The next one you said 97. 97. That's Hennady Ishenko. Hennady was asking about the CVL. I think he got a reply that CVL is in the process. The next winner is 104. 104, Elia. Congratulations. All right, friends. Congratulations to everybody who won today. It was a great webinar, even though so long, but it was very powerful, very informative, and it was great to talk to you. So then let's finalize everything. Big thanks to all the speakers, all the guests. This has been John Adler, Andre, and many, many different people that we had with you today. So see you again and bye bye.